megszüntetésének lehetőséget. És látom ezt a napról napra, hétről hétre történő sodródást, amely nem a háborútól a béke felé, hanem a béke. Követtem a francia, a német, az olasz, és okoz egyre több baj az Európai Unió. Most, ami képződik, hogy
positive Reformbemühungen einfügen wollen, herzlich willkommen.
The far-right populists look to Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orbán as a model for how to convert electoral success into lasting political influence. Orbán has held power for 14 consecutive years, maintaining a constitutional majority that has enabled him to reshape Hungary's political landscape according to his vision. His tenure often illustrates, according to the critics, how democratic institutions can be vulnerable to authoritarian tactics. The influence of Orbán's methods extends beyond Hungary's borders, particularly impacting the United States. Former President Donald Trump and his allies have increasingly praised Orbán, viewing his tactics as a blueprint for their political strategies. Trump, known for his charismatic appeal, but criticized for organizational weaknesses, has initiated the Agenda 2025 program to prepare for a more structured and effective potential second term. This initiative includes strategic hires and planning inspired by Orbán's governance model. Supporters of Trump, including prominent figures like Senator J.D. Vance, have openly expressed admiration for Orbán's leadership. Vance recently remarked that the US could learn valuable lessons from Hungary. Trump himself has praised Orbán, stating, "There's nobody that's better, smarter, or a better leader than Viktor Orbán. He's fantastic." This endorsement highlights the growing appeal of Orbán's methods among MAGA Republicans and their media allies.
Let me also send my regards to Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, tremendous man, tremendous leader. It's a true honor to address the freedom-loving patriots gathered in Hungary to celebrate the timeless values and principles that unite conservatives all over the world.
Meanwhile, Orbán announced on June 30th that he's joining forces with Austria's far-right Freedom Party and the main Czech opposition party. This new coalition, named Patriots for Europe, aims to become a major right-wing presence in the European Parliament. The timing is crucial as Hungary prepares to take on the European Union's rotating presidency for the next 6 months. Orbán unveiled the alliance in Vienna alongside leaders from the Freedom Party and the ANO Party, led by former Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babiš.
Now we are creating a political group, which in my opinion will be like a booster rocket and will soon become the largest political group in Europe. And this will happen in a few days' time, and then the sky will be our limit.
This announcement comes on the heels of the recent European Parliament elections in early June, which saw mixed results for hard-right parties. By forming this alliance, Orbán hopes to bring together these typically fragmented groups within the EU legislature. For years, Orbán has often clashed with other EU leaders over key issues like the war in Ukraine, relations with Russia and China, and efforts to uphold democracy and the rule of law. These disagreements have sometimes left him on the sidelines of mainstream European politics. At the event, Orbán emphasized that Europeans want peace, order, and development. But he believes current EU policies have instead led to conflict, migration, and economic stagnation. He expressed confidence that this new political group could quickly grow into a major force in Europe.
What Europeans want is three things: peace, order, and development. And what they are getting from the elite in Brussels today is war, migration, and stagnation.
To be officially recognized in the European Parliament, the alliance needs support from lawmakers in at least 4 more EU countries. Herbert Kickl, the Freedom Party leader, sounded optimistic, suggesting that more political forces might join their cause than expected.
Starting immediately, starting with the impulse of today, this starting shot, all political forces that want to join in our political and positive reform effort are very welcome. From what I've heard in recent days, considering what is already happening behind the scenes, there will be more of them than some of you probably suspect right now.
The new European Parliament will meet in Strasbourg on July 16th, giving the alliance a key opportunity to establish itself. This new alliance formed after a brief but notable exchange between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Orbán during a European Council summit in Brussels captured attention. They discussed Russia's actions in Ukraine and potential EU support measures, including military aid and using frozen Russian assets for Ukraine's reconstruction. As Hungary takes on the EU presidency, Orbán's distinct stance within both the EU and NATO comes into sharper focus. He has stated that Hungary will not participate in NATO's military mission in Ukraine, reflecting his careful approach to military involvement. Even though Orbán generally aligns with Russian President Vladimir Putin, he has recently criticized the Russian military's performance in Ukraine, highlighting the complexity of his foreign policy. With Hungary stepping into the EU presidency, Orbán's new alliance with Austrian and Czech parties could significantly impact European politics, influencing future EU governance and shaping right-wing movements across the continent.